respectively, if you could table this item, and we'll bring it back. We have all the information, I just wasn't able to get it to you in time.
And what is this?
This is the request that the police department made last week to use their funds, their forfeiture funds. And so you all approved it. Now I have to go back and do a budget amendment, and that was going to address that. But I wasn't able to get all of the documents together. The police department's in flux right now. They're under construction, and we weren't able to do that, so I apologize for the delay.
So it's not nothing that's really a necessity?
It's housekeeping at this point.
I make a motion to table it. Ordinance 201-001, budget amendment number 2.
I have a motion on the floor to table item 4D by Councilwoman Cantu. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Seconded by Councilman Nissen. Any citizens' comments? If none, all those in favor? Oh, I'm sorry, we do have one.
Mayor, what did you say they couldn't?
Mayor Franklin, Mayor's President of Floresville, Texas. What did you say that they couldn't go through with the with something because the police department was going under something?
The police department right now is under construction.
Oh.
And between the construction and the moving a lot of furniture, because we're doing some renovating over there, and my staff, we were not able to prepare the paperwork in time to meet the deadline I needed to get it to the council.
Oh, you were bringing forth the, what were you bringing forth before the council?
The budget amendment that they asked for in December. The police department asked for a budget amendment to spend some forfeiture funds.
Was it on December 14th with it?
Yes, sir.
And what was that $12,000 they were asking for some kind of scopes or something?
Yes.
He's looking through it.
Through the police department was asking for scopes that they can do. They can use forfeiture funds to use for their equipment. Only the chief can do forfeiture funds. That's why we can't budget for them. But when they do spend the funds, we have to do a budget amendment. So
specifically, what were those scopes for? What do they do?
The scopes for their police weapons.
The weapons, rifles?
Yes, sir.
Nighttime, or what is it specifically? What specifically?
I couldn't tell you nighttime or not. We have to get the police station. But if you like, I'll make sure that the police are here. As I said, Lieutenant Evans literally was moving everything out of his office today because we're redoing the floors of the police department.
And Evans is currently the assistant police chief?
We do not have that position. That position is vacant. He is Lieutenant Evans. We don't have an assistant chief at this time.
No more.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other citizens' comments? Okay, I have a motion on the floor. I have a second. All those in favor, please raise your right hand to table this item. Thank you, 5-0. Moving on to item 4E. Consideration action to approve resolution 2018-001 appointing Sylvia Anna Rodriguez to provide the city of Floresville with city attorney services. Councilman Ortiz.
Thank you, Madam Mayor, Council, staff members. I would like to make a motion to hire the law office of Sylvia Rodriguez, attorney at law, and to give her a directive, the law office of Sylvia Rodriguez, to terminate the law office of the former city attorney, Mr. Navarro. We are going to be paying this law firm $165 a year. That's going to be it. We're going to be paying them monthly, and they're going to be providing all the legal services for the city. It's a savings. It's a savings about over a little bit, $100,000.
Before we go forward, I have a couple of statements to make as the mayor. In our last meeting, Councilman Ortiz, you were going over the budget of what the city of Floresville has spent on legal fees, and I agree with you. They were astronomical. Looking in the years of 2013, 2014 through 2016, they were the highest that we've ever been. Those were also years that we were on the council. At that point, and a couple of other council, and during that budget year of 13, 14, and the 14, 15. At that point, not much was said about the legal fees that we were spending. Therefore, earlier in the year, the council decided to go with Denton Navarro, and you asked for up-to-date of what they have charged the city of Floresville in the...
That's not on the questions, Mayor.
No, I'm stating it. I'm stating that for the reason, wait a minute, for the reason being, is that this council needs to make sure that when it comes to legal services or any services, that we are doing the best for the citizens of Floresville.
Exactly. I agree with you.
But just to make it known, I know you were talking about the fact that legal fees were high. They are high. So you have put this ordinance, and I know the prospective attorney is here. If you'd like to come up to the podium, we might have some questions for you.
Madam Mayor, can I say something?
Yes.
Okay. Last meeting that we had, he had mentioned, the lawyer had mentioned that we had only paid $4,000 in November, but we have the paperwork in front of us, and we had in November alone we paid $16,457 just for that month, which in a year it would have been $197,490, and that's not including court cost.
Well, that was
I got a question.
Hold on.
Go ahead. Or was it?
My thing is, I hope that we're all in agreement that this year and years to come, that we could save money. For the past 4 or 5 years, the attorney's rate's been astronomical. I think by doing this at a set rate, we're able to budget a set rate, and we're not going to exceed that. So I think that's a win-win situation. We're coming in with a deficit because of attorney's fees, you know, and having an attorney, a city attorney, that's going to be able to have a set rate where everyone's going to be able to utilize it and be able to get ahead. You got a question, hey, you call. We're not getting charged. Like right now, I never use the attorneys because every time anybody calls, they charge us. So I think it's better to have a city attorney that can handle all the phases of the city. You know, whether it's reading the contract, helping Henrietta with the legal fees. What do you think about it?
Hold on, because Councilman Nissen has been waiting to speak. Councilman
Hey,
Nissen.
this $165,000 is a great deal, but this is not the top. We will be paying more money if we go into litigation and our arbitration. So we still could, 165, if we had the whole city paying, I agree with this a great deal, but it's not. It's gonna go more than 165, so be prepared, because the city, without any of us doing, naturally has lawsuits. And it's gonna go above 165. So don't think we're stuck at 165 and we're gonna be smelling like a rose. It's not gonna be there. It's not true.
I'd like to, go ahead and I'll give you the microphone. You can tell us a little bit about tell us about your law firm.
Yes, ma'am. Honorable Mayor, Mayor Pro Tem, council members, thank you very much for allowing me to be here and just for considering myself and my law firm to represent the city of Floresville. I have the experience that's necessary, and I think I can do a very good job for you and for the citizens of Floresville. I have represented another city previously. I had various challenges, and we were able to meet all the needs of the city of Pearsall during my representation of that city as their city attorney. I'm hopeful that by employing me, that we will be able to keep it at 165, that I will be able to assist each and every one of you in all the departments trying to avoid getting into litigation. That will be one of my primary roles, to try to avoid any future litigation against the city of Floresville. Okay, I have practiced law all over the state of Texas for over 20 years. I have another gentleman that offers with me. He is what is called of counsel. He has probably over 30 years experience as a city attorney. So he will be coming in to assist me as well. And we're not going to charge any other money other than the 165. Like I said, my whole priority is to try to avoid any future lawsuits against the city of Floresville.
Who is this gentleman?
His name is Hector Lozano.
But in the contract that we're going to be signing, it says 165 does not include litigation matters and or arbitration and other matters outside this agreement. So So, and the agreement here is court and this council matters. So when you go to any of the grant boards that you have to attend with the attorney, with Mrs. Turner, is that included?
Yes, sir, that is included. That's included, attending all meetings, all workshops, everything else is included. Now, let's say that there is an egregious act that's committed by someone that's an employee or someone of the council, and there is a lawsuit that then comes to happen. That would be something different, okay? And then at that point, I have asked, or I would be in agreement to doing a reduced fee. My usual fee, sir, is about $350. That's my hourly fee. I had agreed to reduce it down to $200, if that is necessary. But like I've indicated, my primary goal is to try to avoid that, and I think that I can do that.
What was, I see you worked for Pearsall for 1 year.
I did.
And that's where you're from, is Pearsall.
That is correct, sir.
Why did they, I see Pearsall had some other attorneys. You weren't just 1 year attorney, they had other attorneys.
Yes, they did.
So
Yes,
I'm
they
not
did.
saying anything negative. Why does Pearsall seem like all small towns have 1 year attorneys and they don't give you faith? And this is a 2-year contract, so we're giving you a faith in 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Where's this problem come? Communication or?
I believe so. I believe that there's just, I'm going to be very, very honest, there was a lot of challenges. There was a lot of turmoil, and people have different opinions and stuff of that nature. And that is something that unfortunately has been going on, where they just give you a 1-year contract and then move on and stuff of that nature. I don't think that that gives an individual enough time to really get to know the people and enough time to do the proper work for the city. But that's something that's beyond my control.
Okay, the next question is, I know that we've been talking, can we enter into a 2-year contract, spending money next year without having money this year in the bank? Because we had some issues with contracts before. We talked about it can go into 2 years.
Those were employee contracts.
Okay.
That isn't necessarily service contracts.
That's a different set of services.
Yes.
I just don't want to get in trouble. I want to save money. I believe what Mr. Ortiz is doing is fine. But we want to do everything we can.
I agree with
Like
you,
we
sir.
all say, save us money.
I
And
agree.
you search yourself on the internet, you're good. There's not a problem. And of course, you read the stuff that's went on in Pearsall, but if you look at the track record of Pearsall, it's with everybody. So
Yes,
it's
sir.
not against you.
Yes, sir. And I want to do what is best for the citizens of Floresville. I'm not here to take your money and rob you. I'm here to work for you and do a good job for you. That's what I'd like to do.
I'll second the motion.
Ma'am, before we continue, may I say something? May I say something?
Yes.
You quoted when I had recommended this, that this council would be making a mistake. I don't think so, man. And I don't want to go to that road. You know, I don't want to go there. Mistakes, because we've all made mistakes. So let's put things behind us
Move on.
and move on. I mean, you know, I could be here and start saying things about this council, the ones that brought in consultation and paid Mr. Zach some attorney fees and all this, but that's the past. We should move forward and work with this law firm. I believe it's a good law firm, and it would save the taxpayer many tens of thousands of dollars. So, like I said, I would like to make the motion to hire the law office of Sylvia Rodriguez, attorney at law, and give the law office of Sylvia Rodriguez a directive to terminate the law office of Navarro and Zach, the former city attorney. Thank you.
You got a second on the floor.
I have a motion and I have a second. Any other comments by the council or citizens' comments?
I'd just like to say, it's kind of, looking at what Denton Bar was charging, we would only come up with $100,000 this year. You know, You did 5, almost 6 months for $40,000. You know, just looking at, even as Charlie said, say,
We got a second on the floor.
No, I asked for comments.
I want to make a comment on it. We had Charlie Zach here at the last meeting, say he would be glad to do it for even less money than that.
And why didn't you do that from the start? And why didn't you get a contract?
Because we didn't have it for a.
Well, I'm not here to shut you
Councilman
up.
Jimenez, one at a time.
But this year.
Well, we got a motion on the floor.
Wait, I'm making a comment, all right?
Hold on.
Let him talk.
Okay. It's just looking at what Charlie Zach said he could do it for 110. Then he said, at 140, he said he could cheat the city of Floresville. Says he, because usually a city of this size is about $100,000 to $110,000 a year. I'm just saying 165 is going $65,000 more than what we've had, even I feel a law firm with more experience. And doing this is just kind of, it's not really saving that much money, or it's actually losing $65,000 because we only budgeted, what, $100,000 this year for a lawyer?
275.
So
Yes,
now
sir.
we're all of a sudden at $65,000 a year.
We budgeted $275,000. $275,000 is typical. Whatever we spent the last year, we at least budget at least that. So it's $275,000 that we budgeted for legal fees for this budget year.
And hold on. Councilman Nissen had his hand up next.
To be fair to your attorney that will be voted in, she will be handling court at Navarro's. Charlie's money was, at Navarro's was 110,000 was the city side, plus we had a separate bill for the court side. So when they both come together, it's pretty close to the 165,000. Really, it's about 150. The thing that we have, I looked into is, no offense about your resume, but you only say to me you have 1 year of government on your resume. I'm not bad mouthing it, I'm just reading what you have.
Yes,
You
sir.
may have 50 years, I don't know.
No, my of council has about 30 years.
Yeah, and Navarro had 15 people with them 60 years. That's the two differences, one with a lot and the other with, I go by the resume, the 1 year.
Yes, sir.
So-
And I try to make it as short as possible. I knew that you all were going to have a lot on your plate, and I didn't want to give you and bombard you with all the workshops and everything else that I've done. And I just thought better to pay simple,
I like
just quick. Okay. Well, I should have just given you more then. But I just thought just something quick and easy, and that would be the best.
Any other comments? I know I had a citizen that had stood up and was waiting to say something.
And if I may I have a seat?
Yes.
No, no, thank you.
City of Floresville. My question is just one simple one. Is it going to cost us anything to terminate the contract with the firm we have right now or no?
We don't
We have
have
a contract with them.
Okay, thank you. Jim Allen, Floresville. The decision is not about money. You got an agreement for 165. Mr. Zach said he'd do it 165. So your real decision is who do you choose? Do you choose the Zach firm who specializes only in government law, or Ms. Rodriguez who, at least on the net, says family law, criminal law, government, and a few other things? Have you got healthcare that's kind of like saying, I've got a diagnosis of cancer, do I go to an internal medicine doctor or do I go to an oncologist? Well, certainly if I'm going to pay the same price, I would go to the specialist. So I think the decision really is to go with the people that are best qualified for this job because the money is the same. Now, just for fun, we know how rumors work in Floresville. It would be interesting to know if our potential lawyer here has had any legal dealings with anybody on the council or has kept anybody on the council. And the other question that I'd like to have clarified, as we're talking about a 2-year contract for $165,000, does that contract start today, or does that $165,000 get paid out this year, then $165,000 next year? The reason I ask that is because Mr. Zach has already billed us for some, so if the $165 is supposed to be paid out this year, I would say that it should be reduced by what Mr. Zach has charged us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I think what we were charged by Mr. Zach is done. She is starting a new chapter, it won't be. And the way the vote was, it's appointing a new law firm. It wasn't going out for requests or proposals.
Any other citizens' comments? Yes.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and the City Council. I would just like to say, I don't think the attorney of Mr. Zach has given enough time to really provide the city the service that I think he could have given the city of Floresville. And I just hope you take into consideration what's best for not only the citizens, but for the community and for your constituents as well. Thank you.
Any other citizens have comments? One more comment?
Yeah, I'd just like to know, one question Mr. Hallmark asked us about, is anybody related to this lady? Is anybody on the council?
May I say something, Mayor?
You know, have worked on?
See, and that's good. I've had a conversation with the city a couple of times, but I mean, you know, did y'all ask that same question to the former attorneys?
I'm asking you right
now.
No,
but
are you related or
no.
Have she done
no,
work for you before?
She has never done any work for me.
Yep.
No, she hasn't, sir.
For family or
No,
anything like that?
I don't know about my family. I can't answer
So I'm
that.
just asking. That's a good question.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying in return, did y'all attack Mr. Zach the way y'all are attacking this lady here? And
that's asking a question.
No, but
we had absolutely, you know, yes.
Okay, we have another citizen's comment.
Had 3 days to look at this.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and council member. I have a question in regard to the attorney's fee. And my question is, for example, on the previous council, they make a reference that, for example, for every employee that we have, the city has liability. So if misconduct or they do something wrong, might bring a lawsuit. And that was the question that Councilman Ortiz was saying, if they were going to do the price, do those things for the same price that I was quoting. And they mentioned no.
They said no.
So I'm going to bring the same question now to Ms. Rodriguez and set an example for her that, for example, we have an employee that go and read the water meter and the customer asks him what you're doing here, and on the way out, for any reason, when he gets on the truck, he injured the resident of the house, and this is going to bring a lawsuit. Will you be able to take care of that based on the same price?
I can do that.
Okay.
Well, the contract has to be changed because the contract says litigation or arbitration, and if she goes out of that scope that she's in, she's violating the contract. So we'll have to redo the contract to fix this.
I don't think we're,
If I
this is getting out of hand.
If
because
I could
we
say-
can't be-
Hold on, council.
I'm speaking, I got the floor. I'm saying, we're getting out of hand here. You're allowing this to happen, Mayor, and that should, we didn't go through all this phases and everything with anything, with anybody. You know, you're allowing things to get out of hand, and I don't like it.
Well, sir, I'm sorry that you don't like it, but I want everybody to have
That's fine,
a time
but
to
you
have a
can't put
comment.
situations happening from the citizens onto other people. She's not even our attorney yet. She's not even, and you're allowing that to happen.
The questions are valid. Okay. Any other citizens' comments?
She's hired.
Did you want to come up to back up to the podium, please?
Yes, Madam Mayor. In response to his question, I would like to have the opportunity at that point to talk to the parties and see if it could be settled prior to any litigation being started.
That's good attitude. That's what the city needs.
I am a certified mediator and I believe in mediation. I've attended numerous mediations. I have done mediations at the judge's request, and it's something that I believe in. So that would be something that I would utilize, most definitely.
If there's no other comments, I will entertain a motion.
Thank you, ma'am.
You have a motion and a second already. I have a motion and a second on the floor. Consideration and action to approve Resolution 2018-001, appointing Sylvia and Anna Rodriguez to provide the City of Floresville with city attorney services. All those in favor, please raise your right hand. All those opposed? Thank you. No other items on the agenda. This meeting is now adjourned at 7:27.